Our first, and so far only, visit to Vermont takes us to the Diamond Run Mall near Rutland. You could say that this mall has been stuck in a rut for quite a while. And as of early November 2019, this mall was finally closed for redevelopment. Join me as we get a look at the Diamond Run Mall in its final days. The familiar silence of a dead mall, one that isn't even in bad condition. But alas, its time has come. I would like to give thanks to the Rutland Herald, as their extensive archives of newspapers have allowed me to source this mall's history. Originally a plot of farmland, Zamias Services began construction of the Diamond Run Mall in 1994. At the time, the project was simply referred to as Rutland Town Mall. With an expected completion date of August 1995, the mall had quite a bit of buzz about it in the papers, as Zamias hosted a Name the Mall contest where residents could submit potential names for the mall. The grand prize boasted an honorary entrance into the mall as the first shopper, a $97 gift certificate for the mall, participation in the ribbon-cutting ceremony and grand opening, pride in naming the mall, and 2 round-trip airline tickets valid anywhere in the U.S., Caribbean, or Mexico. While the winner will remain anonymous, a Middlebury resident won the contest, officially naming the mall Diamond Run Mall. Diamond Run Mall was on track to open in 1995, with the anchor Kmart being the first part of the mall to open in June of 1995. JCPenney and Sears would follow suit in August. Diamond Run Mall itself would softly open in August 2030, with Claire's, Electronics Boutique, Mastercuts, Regis Salon, and The Gap. The official grand opening of Diamond Run Mall was held on October 6th, accompanied by a grand reopening of Sears. The mall would host premier stores like Cherry & Webb, Electronics Boutique, General Nutrition Center, Sbarro, The Gap, Claire's, and much more. Radio Shack, Marcia's Hallmark, and White Mountain Bakery were also on their way to the mall. (1996) Inline stores were still coming in, including the Disney Store and Payless Shoe Source. The mall would also secure a Walden Books in 1999. The mall even secured Shoe Department, Bath & Body Works, and Victoria's Secret. Although the mall was very large for a town like Rutland, Diamond Run appeared to have been doing well for its first 10 years despite competition with Walmart. And in January 2005, it was announced that Old Navy would be coming to the mall, taking over the space formerly occupied by Cherry & Webb. Old Navy was reported to open in October of 2005. In 2007, it was reported that Zamias Services was selling the Diamond Run Mall. New York-based Gemini Real Estate Advisors closed the deal for the low price of $53 million. Zamias Services would be retained at the mall to run management. At the time, a sports bar restaurant called Sports Legends was expected to open soon. Gemini noted the fact that Diamond Run Mall was just one of 3 malls in Vermont, as well as its proximity to the Killington Resort, as reasons they purchased the mall. They expressed that other retailers were interested in the mall property and would be ready to replace Sears, JCPenney, and Kmart should any of the department stores close. So, with all of that so far, what happened to the Diamond Run Mall? It's difficult to pinpoint exactly what killed the mall, but I would suspect that it was a number of small things that added up. For one, Diamond Run Mall was much too large and even too upscale for the Rutland region. Kmart was already having problems in the 2000s and was made obsolete by Rutland's Walmart and Price Chopper. A strip mall across the street was updated in 2007 and expanded in 2008, gaining a number of big box stores, including Bed Bath & Beyond, Hannaford Supermarket, and a good deal more big box stores. In addition, Sears and Kmart were owned by the same company and were starting to tank as the 2010s came in, so something had to budge soon. I also imagine the great stock market crash of 2008 may have played a role. By October 2010, it was reported that Diamond Run Mall's owners were falling behind on utility payments to the city. However, later reports showed that the bills would be paid back up. Zamias services had gone away for a while before being hired back to, quote, refill the mall, unquote. Gemini surrendered the mall to the mortgage holder back in late 2012, and the mall would be sold in 2014 to a company known as BAI Rutland LLC based out of New Jersey. Sears would be the first anchor to depart the Diamond Run Mall in December 2014. In addition, the mall would be losing X-Bar, Toy Factory, and an inflatable bouncy playground by the food court. JCPenney was the second anchor to depart the Diamond Run Mall in 2015, but this blow was softened by Laflamme's Furniture, a furniture gallery which would move into JCPenney shortly after its closure, officially opening in October 2015. However, was it enough to keep the mall afloat? Kmart may have still been open, but it was practically a ghost at this point, and while Old Navy was still around, it wasn't going to be enough to keep the mall up as tenants continued to flee. BJ's Wholesale Club announced plans to come to Rutland, Vermont, and originally looked at Diamond Run Mall as a potential location. However, they chose a vacant property across the street instead. Management at the mall had filed a motion to prevent the store from moving into the space across the street, citing environmental concerns and a breach of anti-sprawl regulations. After nearly a year of back and forth, BJ's decided to temporarily withdraw plans for Rutland in September 2016. August 2017. Laflamme's Furniture turned out to be short-lived and would begin liquidation sales as they entered bankruptcy. Chapter 7 went ahead, and the store closed in January 2018. Bath & Body Works would announce closure in March, and then Kmart would be departing the mall by April. By now, only Old Navy and a handful of tenants remained in the mall itself. Finally, in September 2019, Zamias Services announced that the mall would be closing. The exact date was unknown at the time, but I would just miss Old Navy as they closed their doors for the last time in October. This was it. Diamond Run Mall was done, although a number of its inline tenants would announce plans to relocate to downtown Rutland as part of a revival movement. Meanwhile, the future for Diamond Run Mall would include a demolition and redevelopment into a mixed-use complex, as well as a fixture auction hosted after the mall's closure. Whatever may be the case for the future, I wish Zamias Services and BAI Rutland LLC the best of luck in the future.